So.
What up, guys? Trevor. We also have Matt of the Ice Mask Gang here, and yes, we are. He spent the night at my grandma's place and Ice Mask grandma's place, so we're just I'm gonna go ahead and talk about Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Let's go ahead and Matt, you want to go ahead and do the story portion of the review?
Spoilers or no spoilers?
Spoilers if you want to. It's up to you.
Essentially, same story as Sun and Moon with several changes. First, the changes is that you have the Ultra Recon Squad, and they come in at several points. No, that's not. That's like the second change. The first change is when you get your Pokemon, it's not after you meet Lily. It's one of the first things you do. So if you wanted to soft reset for a shiny, this is an okay game to do that on. Then you have several of the trials have changed, and my favorite of the changed trials is probably it's probably gonna be just thinking. Probably gonna be the electric trial, actually.
Mind if I interject right here?
Yeah.
I did love the electric challenge, but one of my favorites changes was how the hikers he actually battled the hiker now in the fire challenge.
You did last time too.
You did?
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but also the fire challenge changed a little bit.
Also, they changed who the totem was in the fire challenge.
They changed.
They had the water challenge.
They changed basically all the totems.
And didn't they change it in the electric challenge as well?
The electric challenge? Yeah, they changed that one too.
They changed the grass challenge totem. They didn't change the normal one. Didn't change the
ghost.
Yeah, the ghost was still the Mimikyu, although it was a bit creepy.
I like the new fairy trial.
Yeah, the fairy trial was neat. She finally has a trial. Then another one of the changes is midway into the story, instead of you finding out Luciene has gone crazy trying to find the beauty of the Ultra Beast, instead she's just trying to not have Necrozma destroy the world using Cosmog. Then another one of the story changes is that you actually go to the world where all the Ultra Beasts come from, especially like for catching Ultra Beasts and all that stuff.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Then you got the fact that Lily actually stays in Alola.
And you get to battle her.
Yeah.
And she's waifu mode again.
Yeah. Well, then you got the fact that her mother is also not currently needing medical attention, is actually becoming a bit better of a parent, because that whole "you betrayed me" stuff is finally moving past. And if you played Moon and Sun and didn't like the bittersweet ending, this one ends pretty well, because Gladian leaves for Johto, and he does that simply to get stronger, but he's still one of the challengers for some reason.
Yep. Personally, I found this game will be a little bit harder than the original original Sun and Moon.
It was.
I actually, for once, had to transfer Pokemon to get through it. And if I have to, there's a problem. I mean, you played Moon version, right?
Yeah. I didn't have to. I mean, what starter did you choose?
Lytton. That might be why.
Okay, well, for those of you who realized that Priorina was super overpowered in the first one and started going all over YouTube saying how good Priorina is, come on, guys. They got, first of all, they moved Scald way late into the game. Second of all, they changed the Elite Four, and oh my gosh.
Yeah, the Elite Four changes. I don't know. They're replacing the Hala with
the Steel.
The Steel one.
Even though Hala wasn't a terrible Elite Four member, in all honesty, they were just doing that to get rid of the fact that Primarina, without any sort of weird gimmicky move like Shadow Ball, Ice Beam, Scald, and Moonblast, and you have a counter to all 4 of the Elite Four.
I don't know. Lytton may be weak, but once it gets to its final form, it's really powerful in this game.
Okay, well, here's what I had problems with, and I had to PP stall alternate crosswind because my pre-marina barely survived, and I had 30 full restores and 40 max potions, and I had 10 max potions at the end of PP stalling it because I didn't want to take the risk of having it get knocked out. So, and then I fainted it because all it had left was Dragon Pulse. But the downside is, if it gone into struggle, I probably would have lost.
Yes. Personally, I just called out my Yveltal and just knocked it out and then caught it in the later portion.
Yeah, because you catch it in the later portion, anyways.
Yeah.
They also changed the Victory Row. Is another thing they did.
They did. I didn't really notice that until afterwards, but.
But I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean,
I would say it if you liked all. This is actually I prefer this one. If you want to, I haven't figured out how to catch the legendaries yet in this one, like the Soul Galileo.
Oh, I can tell you that much.
Because inside I transferred mine up from Sun, but that's just me.
No. How you catch Soul Galileo is Lily is with it on the place you first encountered her in Cosmog.
Oh.
Yeah. And the reason you can actually figure this out if you listen to the chat Gladium gives you at the end of his battle. He'll be like, oh, if you're looking for Lily and Nevi, they're in blank place.
Now you tell me. I was zoning out for that because I was.
Yeah, well, I mean, I skipped past it as well, and I'm just like, ugh. But, personally, the music hasn't changed much. I didn't notice anything new that I absolutely enjoyed. Then there's a post-game, the Team Rainbow Rocket stuff.
Actually, I loved that. That was awesome.
It was fantastic because, flip it back. It was fantastic because they used old Archie and Maxie models, which confirmed one of my suspicions about how the manga would work for
alternate universes. Yeah.
No, like for Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, because they were completely different models, and I guess they were completely different people as well. So, then you have Cyrus and okay. So here's how the bad guys lined up. You had for the first 2 fights Archie and Maxie. Then you had Cyrus and
Getsus. No, Lysander.
Getsus.
And then Giovanni
is the one holding Lily captive, and then it's an alternate version of Getsus where N succeeds, and actually all of them have alternate versions where like Archie and Maxie come from a timeline where their dreams came true and they didn't stop themselves. And then you have Cyrus, who ended up creating the world he wanted without going to the distortion world.
And Lysander, who blew up the world.
Well, who reset the world and was somehow teleported here, and he's like, oh, I'll make this world beautiful if I can't have my own. And then Getchus is probably the most interesting because it confirms a theory that people have been having for the longest time. Personally, I think Getchus is one of the best villains Pokemon has ever portrayed because he managed to have 2 plots where he almost succeeded. So he comes from the first one and successfully had no challengers. He took over the world, and Gex just came in and sucker punched him and essentially took over. And Gex just was ruling the world until he was teleported there. And then you have Getchus's old ally, what's his name? Coloris. And he comes in and he saves Lily by some invisibility or teleport bullshit.
Yeah, that was weird.
And he's like, I always hated you, and I never got to tell you that. It's like... And then you face Giovanni.
And he's all nostalgic about facing Red and everything.
You know,
That's what I really like. It was like he's so nostalgic about it. It was like he used his gym Pokemon.
Yep, and didn't he have Mewtwo as well?
He had he had a Mewtwo, yes.
Yeah, so
But I countered with my own Mewtwo, which knew a dark type move. So
I transferred Pokemon for that. The best part about Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is I do competitive stuff.
I used to, but
yeah, and I noticed first of all the items you need for competitive are super easy to get if you're into competitive. This is going to be just the competitive segment. There's so many ways to get BP that you don't have to do just one thing. You don't
we never talked about the
Mantine Surf.
Yeah.
Mantine Surf is interesting. I still have yet to complete every part of it.
I'm not even going to try it. It seems unnecessary to me.
No, because you can use it to get unique battle moves like Defog, guys.
Wait, Defog?
Yeah, you can get Defog, which is good for getting rid of hazards.
I did not know that you can get that. I thought it was just something stupid.
Defog is gonna be something you guys might be seeing a lot now on different ones, because like my favorite Pokemon that gets Defog that I know is gonna be having like Defog sets now on Smogon if they're sane is Landorus gets Defog.
Staraptor, no.
Yeah, well, it's not just like Serperior gets Defog, and that means your Leaf Storms aren't going to be missing. And since it's contrary, Leaf Storm, that means you're going to be getting +2 reliably while getting rid of hazards. So yeah, Defog came back, Stealthrox is back, so in all honesty, there's good reason to do Mantine Surf. I'm trying to think of what else. All the elemental punches, Giga Drain for certain Pokemon. There's a lot. The only thing that you probably won't be able to get this gen on certain Pokemon is Power Up Punch.
Can't get that?
It's not a TM, it's not a tutor move.
That's stupid.
Yeah, well, it's because Power Up Punch, Mega Kangaskhan Power Up Punch.
Oh!
Because you get 2 hits, meaning you get a Sword Stance plus damage.
I know, it's just... See, I was cringing right there.
The only upside is that in VGC, its Earthquake doesn't hit twice. So...
So, are you done with the competitive segment?
The only thing I wanted to say is that the meta didn't change much from Sun and Moon. They did quick ban Naganendel, and if you don't use Smogon, I don't do it all the time either, and that's perfectly legal, and that is super overpowered because you give it a Draconium Z, you have Nasty Plot, you can nuke it with a Draconium Z, Draco Meteor, use Sludge Wave and Flamethrower, and that hits pretty much everything for at least neutral damage. So
that's good. And
then +2, so +2 Nasty Plot, and then with Beast Boost, it's gonna be boosting speed with a timid nature. One more thing I wanted to bring up. If you guys wanted a specific nature on any of the event Pokemon, synchronized Pokemon for in-game Pokemon you can get from people, synchronized will have the ability to match the nature of said Pokemon.
I did not know that either. When did that come in?
Literally this game.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So if you guys are playing through it for the first time, or if you're playing through a second copy, or essentially, it's
alarm.
Unprofessional alarms. But no, it's essentially a second. It's essentially to have a Abra with the synchronized nature you need. So like, if you wanted to go after that Naganendel, get a timid Abra. But and if you guys wanted to know how to get IV Checker, if that's a thing you're looking for,
yeah,
hatch 20 eggs.
Hatch 20 eggs.
Hatch 20 eggs.
That's
If you don't hatch 20 eggs, you'll be like, you're not worth my time. You also have to breed them yourself, so.
yeah. I've been doing a lot of breeding because I'm trying to complete my Pokedex. So
And the best part of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, in my opinion, gameplay-wise, is that while they changed stuff in non-competitive and competitive, it's still pretty much the same. So, although, yeah, I don't know. There's if you guys were hoping, if you guys were specifically anti-hacker or something like that, this generation seems to be rife with hacking and just easy ways to hack Pokemon. So
I'm gonna sit down. Hacking is why I left the competitive scene.
it is.
I hated it. I hated. I was state champ. I hated the hacking, and I gave it up. I prefer more just a Pokedex style now, just playing through the game Pokedex. I will battle Matt, Carl, or Austin, or someone every so often,
yeah,
but
I mean, I don't hack. And
yeah, Matt doesn't hack. I left because of the hacking scene, and I
mean, first of all, it's so easy to, play fairly now because just go, if you want to do what I did, I essentially went to a place, used false swipe on a Ditto, had my synchronize with a certain nature out, and KO'd the Ditto next to it X amount of times, and I can't remember the exact number, but I think it's in the hundreds. If you get into the hundreds and you have a synchronize, then you can get at least 5 IV Ditto with what you are, what your synchronized nature if you do it correctly. And the best part of said thing is that I got a team of actually 6 perfect IV Dittos. I got a bunch of 5 IVs, but I found these 6 perfect these ones with perfect 6 IV, 631 IVs. So I traded away all those 5 IVs and all that stuff.
Matt.
But no, I'm just saying.
I know.
Super easy.
I know. I'm gonna go and do some gripes real quick. What I have. Gripes that I have with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is lacking of post game content once again. Nintendo.
Well, I mean, a lot of people who play nowadays who would get through the game super fast, even though they probably prefer post game as well, or it's the competitive scene. A lot of the people who play through it super quick, so they might be more working on the competitive aspects of it, but they're failing on that as well because they're super easy to hack and all that stuff.
Yeah. One thing that I miss. Where is the Battle Frontier?
Oh my god, they need to stop doing just Battle Tree's nice. Give us a Battle Frontier. I mean,
please.
Especially because Emerald's Battle Frontier was super good.
Yes, and so was Ultra Heart Gold Soul Silver's.
Yeah, I didn't like Platinum's though.
Platinum's was stupid.
Especially, okay, so here's the thing. If you give us a Battle Tree-type thing, a Battle Frontier thing, if it's just the classic Emerald Battle Frontier,
I would love that too.
Then I would gladly do what you had to do in Platinum. See every Pokemon in the game. I'd gladly do that for Emerald's Battle Frontier. Although I prefer not to.
I just want to be able to beat the game, go to the Battle Frontier, beat the Battle Frontier, because I love doing the Battle Frontier challenges.
Yeah, it's super, super fun. I mean, especially when you had, back in the day when it was, collect 7 symbols, and it was the silver symbols and the gold symbols.
Yes.
I collected every silver symbol on Emerald. I got 3 out of the 7 gold.
I got all the gold back on Heart Gold on Soul Silver.
Wait, there was emblems in Heart Gold Soul Silver?
Yes, you had to beat every single thing 3 times.
Jeez, I didn't know there were emblems in Heart Gold Soul Silver. Although my least favorite of the facilities, which Trevor might disagree with me on, was the Battle Factory.
True, I hate the fact because you have to rent Pokemon.
And the downside to that is, while some of the Pokemon you rent can be extremely good, the first options you get aren't always that great.
Yes.
And the first options you get are really important because, I mean, I can't remember. Does it change every match or
It changes every time you enter, like every 7 matches.
Okay, so every 7 matches it changes. So in order to get that good start, you got to get a good thing. And although one of the things, have you gone to the Festival Plaza?
I have
Have you tried the little thing that's kind of like the Battle Factory type
the
thing?
ballads. I haven't tried that competitively yet, but
Oh, it's not a competitive thing. It's just it's a little thing to get festival, get plaza coins.
I mean the Ballatry and Battle Agency. Ballattry's back, right? I haven't seen that yet.
The Battle Agency is super neat because you get to rep one Pokemon and there's legendaries and all that stuff, and then you can have two of your online friends come
I know, so
two
basically
of your online friends will rent a Pokemon or have the Pokemon set up, and then you'll battle with the 3 of them. So you have one Pokemon that you use, one Pokemon that your friend uses, and another Pokemon your friend uses. And every time a Pokemon phase, the trainer is also out. So essentially, you have different. It's one of those things where I think it's really cool, and it's one also you have to do that in order to get the Rainbow Rocket runs out of the place. Haven't you done that?
I have done that. I have been Team Rainbow Rocket, yeah.
So the most interesting part is about Festival Plaza is definitely that. And that is welcome back, Nintendo. I mean, although I would prefer something like the PSS and Gen 8, simply because, let me see, because Gen 8 is going, or whatever it is,
I heard it's supposed to
be on the Switch.
Yes, what I would like is PSS, but I like how you did with you sort of made up the Battle Frontier. You had 2 battle areas, like, just give us a couple more and we'll be good with how it makes your Battle Frontier.
Although, start off with move tutors in Gen 8. Don't, I understand you don't want to make things too interesting at the start, and also sometimes you're like, well, let's see what moves are being used in competitive first before we do anything. Just start off with the ones you have here, add more later. Mantine Surf is welcome back. I found that extremely fun to get battle.
It was fun, but it seemed pointless until you told me about that.
Yeah, the battle points are super good with Mantine Surf. I would.
Game Corner, I want that back.
Game Corner. Well, the reason they're not bringing that back is in Europe, it's E10 and up.
Just close it out in the European game. Just don't let them in there in the European game. It's that simple.
Yeah, or do what they did in Gold and Silver. If you must bring back the Game Corner, because or Heart Gold, Soul Silver, even though that was a sucky game.
Yeah.
Slot machines. I mean, in all honesty, I don't. Yeah, you could get rid of it in Europe, but it's not a super big thing. If you can't do it in America without changing the rating in Europe, then I understand you got to keep your market. But at the same time, I would like for there to be some mini game like that.
I want to see contents return. That's one thing I would like to do in the